Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Ryan and welcome to the channel. Now this week there is one event that's on everybody's radar and a lot of investors are getting pretty nervous going into this company's earnings. Now that being said, Nvidia, right? It's the largest GPU AI supplier out there. Tonight's presentation, I'm going to go over some articles, some expectations coming from tomorrow's earnings call. As well, we're going to jump into the VectorVest 7 software, take a look at their forecasted data, and take a look at NVIDIA from a technical perspective. I do see that NVIDIA is approaching its 200-day moving average as of this morning. Therefore, with announcement after announcement about AI investment in the United States, is NVIDIA's dip a good opportunity going into the earnings call tomorrow afternoon? Now, tonight's presentation will cover just these items as we dive into the VectorVest 7 software and see what our proprietary indicators are trying to tell us. Here's an article by Zacks Research. Now, we all know this, right? It's all about the data center growth. We know AI is not going anywhere. We've all seen the projections, right? Their data center growth last quarter grew year over year 112%. Right now, they're expecting just over 80% compared to a year ago when it comes to the revenue growth to their AI data center. Now, here's an article I found on Motley Fool. You can see here, look at this. The median price target implies 33% upside. Now, as far as NVIDIA, I can see NVIDIA getting into the 170s pretty easily within the next 6 to 12 months. Now, on CNBC, I found several analysts giving their opinion here. Here we've got Fitzgerald, becoming a clockwork at this point. But this is what I find very interesting. The bar has been reset and standards beat. Raises are no longer being rewarded. In this quarter, we look for NVIDIA's results guide to follow line with these recent trends. Now, I'm not surprised by this, right? Quarter after quarter and year after year, NVIDIA keeps beating expectations. So a simple beat is not going to get investors excited as you might think. Here we're in the VectorVest 7 program. We're going to utilize the software to break down NVIDIA and give you the analysis you need to know. Now, the first thing, right? Price action today, 126. It is down today, almost 3%, day leading up into the NVIDIA's earnings call itself. But look at the valuation. This is not a price target. This is simply what VectorVest currently feels NVIDIA is worth. Right now it's $151, so investors are getting a discount when it comes to NVIDIA. Now look at long-term price appreciation potential compared to an alternative investment in a AAA corporate bond. For that, we're going to use the RV relative value, right? Coming out at 1.81, letting us know that NVIDIA is highly likely to outperform a AAA corporate bond. Now, the safety, right? NVIDIA being a $3 trillion market cap company and one of the most important, if not the most important player in the AI race, the safety rating coming at 1.46, very favorable rating. Now, the only rating here not favorable is the RT relative timing. This looks at the short-term price trend, right? It's a technical indicator. We all know NVIDIA is pulling back, so the technical is not in our favor. Neither is the trend, coming at 0.92 currently. Now, these three attributes combined, right? VST. Overall, NVIDIA does get a very good rating at 1.4. Now, the stock does currently have a hold rating right now. If we look at forecasted data, sales growth rate, astonishing 94%. The earnings growth rate, even at such a large market cap, still coming in at 44%. This is forecasted earnings growth rate. So you can see exactly the demand for their GPUs in these data centers is most certainly there. First, looking at NVIDIA from a technical standpoint, you can see it's right at a level of resistance here at 130.31. Price action currently trading at 127.31. Now, take a look at this red shaded line here. This is the 200-day moving average of price. Now, for the bottom fishers, right, I do see the bottom wick here, buyers coming in here, showing some buying pressure right at the 200-day moving average. Now, ultimately, I would like to see price action stay above this 200-day moving average, see a nice pivot here. But overall, look at the stock. It is currently in a downtrend right now. 3 rejections on this downward trend line, each at this level of resistance here at 143.58. So if I'm looking for confirmation, I do want to get above the zone here, 130.31. I have a level here at 129. Right now, we are below this level, right? So I want to see what happens with this 200-day moving average. On top of that, I did talk about this before, this 119 level here, right? On the bottom, we got around 117, on the top around 122. Look at this as a level support once again, But more importantly, I have my eyes on this 200-day moving average. Now, we'll see exactly how investors feel after the earnings call. So let's take a look at another chart. Now we're looking at the forecasted data for NVIDIA. At the top, we got the growth rate and earnings. You can see the rollover here hitting a high around 54%, lower than it was a year ago. But again, ending at 44%. So it is phenomenal rating here at 44%, but we're seeing that growth rate decline here. Now we take a look at sales growth rate, right? This is well into the 200s. Now it's coming at just 94%, also on the decline. Now the only thing that's positive here from the prior year is the forecasted earnings per share. This is a leading 12-month forecast, right? You can see the nice steady stair-step fashion. But over the last several months, look at this. Stagnant to a slight decline. So as far as the forecasted data, that does have me concerned when it comes to NVIDIA, especially the concerns when it comes to China, right? That's going to be what we need to focus on the earnings call tomorrow. Now, I will be doing a live stream just before the earnings call, giving you the analysis that you need. So I'll cover more detail in NVIDIA when we get to the live stream. Now, hopefully you got some information to, make informed decisions when it comes to NVIDIA. Now, if you are going to buy NVIDIA, doing a buy right, having some insurance, never a bad idea, especially since you're selling a call, you're going to collect a little bit more premium with the expected volatility coming from the earnings call tomorrow. Now, again, my name is Ryan. It's been a pleasure giving you tonight's presentation, and I'll see you tomorrow evening.